Also tonight, a story that you will see only on 10. Hampton's police chief admits his officers were wrong when they pulled over a teacher and held him at gunpoint in front of students and colleagues.
New at 6, investigative reporter Julie Millet spoke with the man, his wife, and the police department. And Julie, what can you tell us?
Well, Anita, Jeffrey Smith says the experience was scary, humiliating, and most of all, unnecessary. His family has retained a lawyer, but they say what they really want is an apology and for this to never happen again.
He had his gun drawn. He had it pointed directly at me this way, and I looked up at him and I saw his eyes. That's what frightened me more than anything else.
It was around 7:45 a.m. on Valentine's Day when Jeffrey Smith was driving to his job as a math teacher at Phoebus High School in his 2007 Honda Accord. Just as he was approaching the school, Smith says he was pulled over by Hampton police, but he didn't know why.
He said, "Throw your keys out of your car." So I threw my keys out of my car, and then he said, "Get out of the car." I took and put my hands on the car like this, in a submissive position like this, and I looked at him. He said, "Don't look at me."
Smith says police accused him of driving a stolen car. He asked them to check his ID, which he says officers refused to do right away.
He thought he saw something in my pocket. What I did have in my pocket was a calculator. And I didn't pull that out to try to show him that I had a calculator because this is the only thing I had in my pocket. Took out everything I had so he could see clearly that I had nothing to conceal.
Smith said the traffic stop lasted around 15 minutes before the officers did check his ID and admitted they made a mistake. But for Smith, the experience will stick with him for the rest of his life.
It might have been the end of me that day.
But he said, "Lily, I just wanted to live, to walk away from it."
Smith's wife, Lily, says her husband only lived because he quietly complied.
We do value police officers, their dedication to protect and to serve. However, I feel like they abused and misused their power that day.
The Hampton police say anytime a person is pulled over and suspected of driving a stolen car, it's treated as a high-risk stop. The police chief gave us a statement which read in part, "When I found out about what happened to Mr. Smith, I visited him and his family at their home. Most of the police work that we do in the city of Hampton reflects our best, but as humans, we occasionally miss that mark. We will take all the appropriate steps to ensure that this doesn't happen again." We did attempt to sit down and talk with Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot for this story. He canceled our initial interview and did not reschedule, instead sending us that written statement which you just heard. That full statement is available on WAVY.com. Body camera video and other information about the stop was not released to us. We're told this is still under investigation. In the newsroom, I'm Julie Millet, 10 on your side.
Wow. Okay, thank you, Julie.